zombie death boolean, did that. I also reworked the giving system. Yeah, that's gonna be a job, so let's go do that real quick. So the giving means basically the dismemberment system. So if I say giving, I mean dismemberment. If I say dismemberment, I mean giving. It's the same thing. Call of Duty always used to call it giving, so it got stuck in my head as giving, but dismemberment, whatever, giving, you get the point. So basically I have everything in this event called check for giving, and as you can see, this is how it is before the update, which is it only gets bigger with the update. So the way before the update does it, it just gets the parent bone of whatever you just shot, which works, but it's not as accurate, and we're gonna make it even more accurate. So as you can see, this is the new system. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of work, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put this in a different video, and then we can just add in what we need now. So basically all we really need is variables for each one of these. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave the existing system because there's nothing really wrong with this, it's just not as precise, and then I'll add another video on how to add the precision one later, since this is going to get to be a very long video. So all we have to do is, just like we did up here with the head missing on the check for giving, if we start at the top, we come down and say, did we shoot him in the neck? If true, set head missing to true, and then return. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this head missing value a rep notify, and then that'll create a new on rep head missing function over here. You double click that, and inside of there is where we're going to actually do the hiding of his head. So let me just pull up my other one so I know. So all we do is we just check, say is head missing? If true, hide bone by name. So do a branch, we say head missing, and we get that value, and we connect it to the condition. If true, then hide bone by name for the mesh. And the bone that we're going to want to hide is the head bone, or the neck bone, I believe. Now you can actually hard set these, or you can either hard set it, which means you're just typing it in manually, or you can set these to variables, which I did in the update. But for now, we're going to hard set it to neck 01. Like I said, I'll put it in another video because we got a lot more things to cover. So there's neck 1. So now we have to do that for all the other ones too. So we just did it for the head. We're going to have to make some variables. So this is the upper arm left. So left arm, we're going to have to make a variable. Let me see what I called it just to keep it all the same. In the updated version, I called left arm missing. So in this version, we're going to come over here and we'll make a new variable called left arm missing ? Change the type of the variable to a boolean, and same thing, make it rep notify, compile, and we're going to set it here, left arm missing set to true, and let me zoom out so you can see it. So we just did the head one here, and now we're going to do the arm, which comes right after it. So it says upper arm left, if true, set it to true, connect it to the return node, and then we can double click this set with notify. It'll open up this on rep. You can literally just copy and paste the one we just did in the head function, connect it in. Only we're just going to be changing from, instead of hiding the head and checking if the head, we're just going to check to see if the left arm is missing. If true, we're going to hide the left arm. But we got to know what that is first. So what is the name of the arm? So that is upper arm underscore L. So I'm just going to copy that, paste it in here so I don't misspell anything. Upper arm underscore L. Alright, and this is just rinse and repeat. We just got to keep doing this for each one. So we got the left arm, and we have the right arm, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a new variable. We'll say right arm missing question mark. Set it to rep notify and set it. And right here where it says between the true and the return node, set it to true, connect it, double click, paste it in. The same thing we did with the left arm, we're going to do for the right arm. We're going to say, is your right arm missing? Yes. If true, hide bone, upper arm, arm. Compile. And the next one is for the left leg. Left leg missing. So come back to this. Oh, wait, oh, we already have variables in it. Nice. Okay, so all you have to do is click the replication, rep notify, double click it, paste this in. Right leg missing. Oh, it's left leg, my bad. Left leg missing. If true, then we're gonna, what's the bone for the left leg? Thigh underscore L. So you paste that in to hide the left thigh bone. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the next one, which is thigh right. Right leg missing. Already has a variable set up, change it to rep notify, double click it, paste it in, same as before, and we're going to change this to thigh underscore R, and we're just going to put for the check, is the right leg missing? If true, hide the bump. Alright, so that should give us those. That's good. Nice. Alright. Now we'll go back to the event graph. Now we got to do some tweaking on this event graph. So let me show you what it looks like on the other one. So on the other one, in the updated version, we don't use the multicast gib zombies anymore. So in your version of the thing here, we're just going to click multicast gib zombies, delete it. Also down here under gib zombies, this whole event that's in it's in green, we don't need it anymore. We're going to be using some of this, but I think it'll be easier to understand if we just do it from scratch. So let's just delete the multicast gib zombies, this entire thing. Gone. Okay. So let's start from scratch here. So we say can be gibbed, true or false. So let's do that. Disconnect the check for giving. We'll move it out of the way. We're just going to move this over a little bit, give us some space to work on this new system here. So we're going to need a branch. We're going to say can be gibbed. Throw that in. Meaning if you check this to false, then it won't even have to execute any of this and do any calculations because the zombie's not supposed to be dismembered. Next step, if true, we're going to check for gibbing. So that one we just moved out of the way, we're going to put that on true. And then we're going to do a check to see if there was a gib success. So let's do a branch. Connect the gib success to the condition. If there was a success, then we're going to do a check for if has legs, which we're going to have to make. So let's make a new function over here on the left hand side. Check for legs. I believe that's what I called it, right? No, check if has legs. I'm sorry. Check if has legs. So this basically is a function that's going to run and check to see if he has legs or not. So all we need is a branch to check if left or right leg is missing. So let's do that. Branch. And then in our variables, where is it? Left leg missing, get. Right leg missing, get. Do an OR. Connect them together. And then, so if the left or the right is missing, then we're going to check to see if the left and right, if both are missing. So we need an AND. So we're going to copy these two variables, paste them here, and instead of using an OR, we're going to drag off and use an AND Boolean. Click that. And we need another branch. So if one of the legs is missing, then we're going to check to see if both are missing. And if both are missing, then we're going to set the variable both legs missing, and then set the walk speed. Alright, that's what we're going to be doing. So if true, if both of the legs are missing, then set both legs missing to true. And if false, then we're going to set one leg missing to true. False, set one leg missing to true. And then we'll set the character movement speed to 75 and 200. So what you do is you come up here, you get character movement, drag it in, and you set movement speed. I think that's right, max walk speed. Yep, 75 and 200. So if you're missing both legs, you want them to crawl pretty slow. So we'll set that to 75. That's the speed of the crawling zombie. And then if he's missing one leg, by default in the animation blueprint, I make him jump on one leg just because it looks funny. So you can change it. You can change these values to whatever you want. I'm gonna put it to 200, just like I had it. So he's still pretty fast, but jumping on one leg. Alright, so now let's go back to the event graph. Now we have this function. So if it was a successful gib, we're gonna check to see if he has legs. So all you have to do is drag in that function called check if has legs, connect it to the true pin. What comes next? Spawn limb. So this is where when you shoot a limb off like an arm or a leg, it spawns a fleshy chunk of stuff. It's a actor. So we're gonna make a new event called spawn limb. So I'm gonna do it right down here. Right click, custom event, autosave. Gotta love it. Call it spawn limb. Set it to multicast, but don't check reliable. Do not. And it needs two inputs. We need a gib success and a bone in socket name. So you click on the event over here in details under input, click the new parameter, gib success, and bone, what did I call it? In socket name. I don't know why I called it that, but we'll do it. Socket name. Alright. Basically you just need to know, did you successfully blow the arm or leg off? So the in socket name is a name type and the gib success is a boolean. So where's this? You just run a check to see if it was successful, and then we're gonna spawn a limb. So branch, did you successfully shoot his arm or leg off? If true, then spawn. What do we? I put a do once here, so this is up to you based on your game and performance. So you may not want to spawn a flesh chunk for every limb, especially if you add in more than 4 like dismemberment limbs. So in my updated version, I'll show it to you real quick. This is what I'm going to show you how to do on the another video. Check for giving. So it has stuff like the head and the arm and the There's other things you can check for, like feet and calf and thighs, so you can dismember like 3 different parts of his leg, 3 different parts of his arms. You can shoot his foot off, you can shoot his knee off, you can shoot his elbow off, shoot his hands off. That's all cool, but it's more demanding on your game, so I just wanted to put in like a do once here, just in case you want to only spawn in like one arm. I think Call of Duty generally does that. It usually either spawns an arm or a leg, and that's it. So like if you shoot a zombie, at least on the older Call of Duties. The newer Call of Duties might be different, but this is up to you. So I'm gonna put a do once, so if you shoot his arm off and it spawns a chunk, and then you shoot his other arm off, it's not gonna spawn another chunk. It'll just spawn blood. Let me just go back to this so I got my reference here. So then all we'd literally do is just spawn an actor. So completed, spawn actor from class, and the one I got by default is the gib chunk. There we go. And then we have to get the location. That's what this bone is for. So we're going to do, we're going to get the mesh and get the socket transform. So click the mesh, drag off, get socket transform, connect this bone in from the we passed into this event here, and then just connect the orange pin up to the spawn transform, and there we go. Now it should, if you shoot an arm or a leg off, it'll spawn this gib, or this bloody chunk actor right there where it's supposed to go. Now we have to keep connecting it up. So let's go back up to where we were and call this spawn limb right after check if has legs. So let me just move this over again a little bit so we have some room. Check if has legs, and then spawn limb. Then we got to connect in the variables for the give success and the bone. Give success, bone, and what else? Then you just connect it into the is dead. Is dead. And then back here on the false, if it was gib success was false, we're gonna do that. We're gonna connect it into that. False will go all the way over there too. Let me move it over. I thought it was, I'd need more space, but I didn't. Alright, so false goes in there as well. Looks good. Save. There's one other thing I think we have to do. We have to connect into the first can be gibbed false pin over to the is dead. So the first event, or under the event handle was hit, we drag off false, drag all the way over to, where is it? Is dead. There. And I'm gonna just reroute it around the top so it's easier to read. Like that. Kinda. Alright. Now that should do it there, I believe. Add points, good to go. Okay. Hoping that's it for the zombie. Let me read my notes here and see what it says. We did the gibbing system and the body destroy and the blood. There was there's a blood decal that spawns when you shoot zombies, and it splats blood on the ground and looks like blood splatter. And I had accidentally set that to 4K. I guess it came 4K wherever I got it from back in the day, or we're gonna fix that. So basically it's pretty easy. I believe it's under, what is it under? Maybe we can just find it ourselves for, okay, maybe not. Third person maybe? Boom, boom, boom. Bear with me. I'm looking for it. Impact effects. So if you hit the flesh and it spawns the blood splatter particle thing. No, we're not looking for particle though. We're looking for the actual decal here that spawns. Create a blood splatter decal material. This it? This is the material. Here's the texture. That's what I'm looking for. T-blood various. Okay, so to find T-blood various, it is inside of HGT, materials, blood splatter, textures. What we're going to do is we're going to right click this texture, and you can export it by going to asset actions and then export, and then you can just put it wherever you want, and then you open it up in something like paint.net or Photoshop or whatever you want, and under the this is what it looks like, and then you just have to resize it. So I resized it to 512 by 512 because it was at literally 4K, and there's literally no difference that you can tell from a blood splatter from 4K to 512, especially at this small. So I resized it to 512 by 512, hit OK, and then import it back into the engine, which is literally just like, where is this? You just right click the T-blood various, and there's a re-import with new file, and you click that, and you click wherever you saved your new version of it, and then hit open, and it'll import it in. And then I think when you open it up, it should say up here max in game 512 by 512. It's the exact same image, it's just smaller. So that should do that fix. Close that. And what's next? Next we get into, I think that's it for the zombie. We should probably do a test though, just to make sure I did it right. So let's go into the game. I'm just gonna throw in a zombie just to make sure, and hit play. Come here, zombie. Alright, his head shoots off, arm shoots off, leg shoots. Oh, he went away. One more try. Yay, the legs and arms shoot off. Alright, so that worked. Alright guys, the video's running long again, so we're gonna move on to part 3 in the next video.